Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about three devastating blows to Raila. And we will start our story from the handshake in 2018, when he shook hands with the outgoing president, Uhuru Kenyatta. Three blows, devastating blows to Raila. That is our topic of discussion today. Blow number one, as I have mentioned, is the handshake. That handshake has become a poison to Raila, and that poison is what is ailing him up to today. He shook hands with Uhuru. The good thing about that is that the country, the region has become more peaceful. There was a stability was achieved. But to him, as a person, that handshake has caused a lot of side effects. It brought back the KANU one-party state. Jubilee Party could do anything. It's your first time you are coming across, or if you have been watching this channel without subscribing, please help us grow. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Jubilee Party could do anything if the courts allowed. The only check remaining was the court. The BBI was stopped by the courts. That is why people up to today are blaming the handshake for the high cost of living in Kenya. Now, that handshake has, as some are arguing, has costed Raila the presidency in 2022. This is one blow that Uhuru has given to Raila, and it has cost him the presidency. Although, by and large, the country has become a very peaceful country. Blow number two is about the mismanagement of Raila's campaigns in 2022. The people who were in charge of Raila campaign were not people who were working to his best interest. Yes, of course, the funds were available, human resource was available, but still, the way that campaign was managed, it raised a lot of eyebrows within Azimio and outside Azimio. So the first blow was the handshake. People were skeptical. People blamed the high living costs on the handshake. That became a burden to Raila. The second blow was the way the campaigns were managed and run. People who ran the campaigns, like Joho, Junet, were people who are putting on combat, celebrating even before the election was conducted. How can you celebrate an election that has not been won? Preparedness. There was no preparedness in Raila to run for this election. The agents, in every polling station, there were supposed to be 2-3 agents. There were very few agents, if they were. The message, there was no message. There was no manifesto to outline What will happen when Raila becomes president? Nothing. So the second blow was campaign preparedness. They were not, Azimio were not prepared for these campaigns. They were thinking, maybe wrongly or rightly so, that there are two things are going to happen. There's going to be system. The system is going to chip in and do magic in the polling stations. But nothing happened. Then there was the second chance. They thought the system is going to chip in at Bomas. Nothing happened. You see? Second blow was the campaigns and the elections. The third blow, which is the most devastating blow now, is, in my view, is the Supreme Court. The case they brought before the Supreme Court was full of stories, imaginations, and theories. People could come to the court with forged documents. Two people come into mind, Gidongo, and the other person was the lawyer who brought in logs that were forged. The lawyers were not prepared for this case. Even if they were prepared, they did not have evidence of massive rigging, massive interference. This was the most transparent election conducted, not only in Kenya, but probably the entire Africa. There were scrutinies carried out on 45 polling stations. All the votes tallied. Those that were transmitted and the forms tallied on the forms that were transmitted, and those that were brought physically to Bomas, the same. So Raila was played. He's a good man, but the people who are surrounding him are not working for his best interest. What do we expect from Supreme Court on Monday? Personally, I believe Supreme Court is going to confirm what Chebukati said. It's going to confirm William Samoei Ruto is the president-elect. Unless, of course, Deep State tries to meddle with Supreme Court judges the way they did with the commissioners. It's your first time you are coming across, or if you have been watching this channel without subscribing, please help us grow. Subscribe and turn on notifications.